A give up the middle. Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40, 20. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Red zone can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score.
Akers is going to take this one in for a ram. Down there was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And good running there as he'll take this all the way. Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll hurt their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Exactly to do it.
On the give, this is Akers. And a pretty good burst there. It's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of...
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
Like a wide receiver, the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got...
Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got some space here. And he has a big gain.
When you get a big run on 3rd and inches. But in this case, all the credit has to go to the offensive line. They out-leveraged the defensive front and created a gap for him to get through and create that big-time run.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they're going to lose some on this play.
It shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Drive. Stafford on first down. And the comeback may stall out. Take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. Dustin Hopkins about set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Going right back to Akers. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A give up the middle. Now the ball comes loose. And picked up by the Chargers. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40. 20. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the give, this is Akers. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Henderson running straight ahead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings him to 3rd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Stafford. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Now it's Stafford, eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try to plan a comeback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Herbert on 3rd down now. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On the ground, it's Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he's brought down. 123 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Akers is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
It always seems like a lightning bolt when you get a big run on 3rd and inches. But in this case, all the credit has to go to the offensive line. They out-leveraged the defensive front and created a gap for him to get through and create that big-time run.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Akers. And he loses the football the second time. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Running on 1st down, Eckler. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Hopkins' kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Stafford on first down. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Once more, here's Eckler. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.